time for high school softball on KDAO. Tonight's game is brought to you by Central State Bank, Partner Communications, Marshalltown Community College, Minerva Valley Companies, J&T Plumbing and Heating. Now, high school softball on KDAO.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Central Iowa High School Regional Softball on KDAO Radio and KDAO.com. I'm Chuck Carpenter coming to you on this Friday night, and it's West Marshall Girls Softball, the 14th rated Trojans, 22-10 in Class 2A, taking on the Hawks of Woodward Granger, 15-14. Now, this is a regional semifinal ball game, and the winner of this game will then play in the second most exciting game a team will ever play. That's the game that gets them to the state tournament. That would be on Monday against either third-rated Grandview Christian or Ogden. They're playing tonight at Hoover High School. That's where Grandview Christian plays, you know. But as far as this game is concerned, well, the West Marshall girls, you know, for the last few years, they've been in 3A, so we've always been used to playing like on a Saturday. Like a year ago, we played at Sheraton and won. 2 years ago, played at home versus Iowa Falls Alden and won. But because they're in 2A, here we are on a Friday night. And West Marshall playing good softball. They got here because they knocked off Belmont Clemmy 6-4. They made one error that night that hurt them, but for the most part, good defense, good offense, good pitching from Aubrey Greenwood. They're playing some of their best ball right now, and they're very, very young too. And at least the younger kids responded very positively in the first tournament game of the year the other night against Belmont Clemmy. Overall, they've won 7 in a row. They're 22-10, and they got to play good tonight. Woodward Granger comes here. Now, first off, Woodward Granger plays in a really, really good conference, okay? We're talking about the Central Conference, and we're talking about Van Meter. Enough said. Everybody knows how good Van Meter is, and I-35 and Des Moines Christian and Pleasantville, and they've had, well, if you want to say good losses, they're 16-11, but in that conference, and then they played good people like Grandview Christian and Boone. They have some offense, so, you know, West Marshall's got to be at the top of their game. Aubrey's got to be at the top of her game. They can't be making any errors because 1 through 9, this is a very good hitting team. They have several girls that can drive the ball. They have several girls that can go deep. And then West Marshall, too. I mean, they can hit for power if they want to. They can try to get their speed on base. Woodward Granger, they will be bringing in a junior pitcher. And she is Olivia Lance. They're fortunate to have 2 good pitchers. She's 9-9 on the year, and she won't strike a lot of people out, so I think the opportunity is there for West Marshall to put the ball in play. And then Aubrey Greenwood, she's fortunate because she has good defense behind her for the most part, and then Aubrey is very capable of striking out 8, 9, 10 girls. This is going to be a great game, and, you know, all games are competitive in the tournaments, but right now everybody's good, and you don't really see a lot of blowouts at this time of the year. And, you know, the rated team, which is West Marshall, you know, sometimes you see them if they get down late in the game, they get a little tensed up and things like that. So just a lot of things at play. So now, before we do the starting lineups, I got a couple shout-outs here. Number one, I got to give a shout-out to the Woodward Granger girls softball team. Several of the girls helped me out with the names, okay? So I want to thank the Hawks for doing that. And then I also want to give a shout-out to Rock Templeton's son, Chad. I think he's listening in Fort Collins, okay? So Chad Templeton, if you're listening in, I will try to keep your dad, Rock, under control. But as you know, that's a full-time job, and nobody gets paid enough for that. So let's meet the Hawks. Woodward Granger, 15-14. They got here because they knocked off Panorama the other night by a score of 8-0. They have a very, very good lineup, a very good hitting lineup. So here we go in this regional semifinal ball game on KDAO from State Center on a very, very nice night for high school softball. It's a little humid, but that's okay. It's softball weather, man. Okay, here we go. Woodward Granger, the Hawks leading off, and she's a heck of a table setter. You got to keep her off base. Jaden Achenbach, 439, a couple of home runs, 3 doubles, 4 triples. She's a great table setter, senior center fielder. You take your best athlete, put him in center field. That's what they say. Lucy Fleschner, another good hitter, is a sophomore third baseman, batting second. Andrea Nardini is a shortstop senior, number 5, another good athlete, batting .417. Batting in the 4th spot is the pitcher, junior 0, Olivia Lance, and she's a good hitter too, 30-33. They are good hitters up and down the lineup, so West Marshall's got to be at their best tonight. In the 5th spot is Kendall Hansen. She's the first baseman, sophomore, number 15. In the 6th spot is Peyton Mateer, and she's a freshman, right fielder, number 24. Batting in the 7th position is Mallory Polito. She's a junior catcher, number 22. They're all good hitters, by the way, and a lot of them have good speed, too. It's a good offense. Riley Woodward, is a designated player, senior, Woodward. And then JoJo Leuenberg Leuenberger, and she wears number 19. And JoJo is just an 8th grader. And then Zoe Peterson is the shortstop. So it's Achenbach, Fleschner, Nardini, Lance, Hansen, Metier, Polito, Woodard, Leuenberger, and Peterson. The Hawks are 15-14. They were 16-11 last year. Good lineup, 1 through 9. Here we go for West Marshall. It doesn't change too much. Leading off is the second baseman, Jenna Randall. And Jenna, of course, is a junior. Senior, Rachel Randall is the shortstop. Batting second, Ashton Blood is the center fielder, batting 14. Where's number 14? In the 4th spot is Kaylin Brown, is the first baseman, and she wears number 9. Batting in the 5th spot is the 2nd senior, and the only other senior on the lineup. That's Riley Randall, the catcher. Elena Frederick is the right fielder, batting 11. She bats in the 6th spot. Aubrey Greenwood, she's the fine junior pitcher, and she'll bat in the 6th spot. Olivia Randall is the 3rd baseman, batting in the 8th spot, and then Hattie McCullum is a designated player. She bats in the 9th spot. Sammy Sorensen will be the flex player, and she's the left fielder. So it's Jenna Randall, Rachel Randall, Ashton Blood, Kaylin Brown, Riley Randall, Frederick, Greenwood, Olivia Randall, and Hattie McCullum. Next stop after this game is the regional championship game on Monday night somewhere, and we'll be chit-chatting about that as we go along, but you got to get to that game first, so you got to win this game first. I think this is going to be a good game tonight. It's been quite a while since these two teams have played each other. Probably should. Actually, no, it's not. West Marshall won a game 2-0 over Woodward Granger last year. Okay, this is going to be a great game. I'll be back after this.
My family grew up with Central State Bank. From my first savings account to our first mortgage, growing a business, and planning for retirement. They've been with us through it all. And just like family, they call you by name. Discover what Central State Bank can do for you.
Hi, this is Chris from Partner Communications. Did you know we now offer electrical services? Whether you're looking to change out a few lights within the home or wiring a whole new house, Partner can get it done. Master electrician Jeff Campbell will come to your home and provide you with a free estimate. Residential, agricultural, or commercial, let our courteous professional technicians complete your electrical projects. Call our office today, 641-498-7701.
You've got goals. You need a plan. Don't waste time or money. At Marshalltown Community College, you get the power to choose. Transfer to a 4-year university or step straight into a career in healthcare or trades. Small classes, caring faculty, real-world experience. Marshalltown Community College. Your future starts now.
Welcome back to Regional Softball on KDAO Radio and KDAO.com on a Friday night. I'm Chuck Carpenter. West Marshall trying to make another deep run in the tournaments. Of course, it was last year. At this time, the girls were knocking off Sheraton. Of course, that was on a Saturday. Then they went on to, unfortunately, lose to West Liberty in the finals. And 2 years ago, they were playing Iowa Falls Ogden again on a Saturday in that 3A thing. And then they unfortunately lost to Sumner Fredericksburg in the finals. So trying to make another deep tournament run with a kind of a new team this year. And we kind of wondered, as the West Marshall girls take their warm-ups, we have 3 umpires, by the way, in this ball game tonight. Anyway, what was my point? I have no idea. Oh, my point is that the West Marshall girls, when we started this tournament run, we had to remember, hey, these are all young girls. Okay, how are they going to handle the tournament pressure? For the most part, except for one error the other night, they did a good job. And Woodward Granger, they have 1, 2, 3. They have 3 seniors in the lineup. They won 16 games last year. They're 15-14. They play in a good conference, and they have good hitters up and down the lineup, including this table setter. I mean, you talk about a table setter, number 7, Jaden Achenbach. There's something to be said. People usually say you take your best athlete and you put him either at center field or shortstop. Well, Jaden is their center fielder, and it would behoove West Marshall if they could keep her off base. She's batting .439 with 3 doubles, 4 triples, 2 home runs, 22 RBIs, and 7 stolen bases. Now, it's not as hot. Okay, it's still humid, but of course we got the cloud cover, so it's not as hot as what it was the other night. And I don't want to say she got overcome, but I think Aubrey Greenwood was affected a little bit by the heat the other night, but she finished strong, and they were able to knock off Belmont Clemmy. And here we are. Woodward Granger knocked off Panorama 8-0. So here we are, and we step in. We have a nice crowd on hand tonight. Of course we have a nice crowd on hand tonight. It's West Marshall softball. Woodward Granger has taken a long drive, and they have attended very well as well. And here's the first pitch, and a foul straight back here. If there was not a fence right here, I would probably be laying unconscious on the ground. Achenbach, you want to keep her off base. She's almost an automatic double if she gets on base. Aubrey with the 0-1, and here it is. And that missed upstairs. Woodward Granger, the Hawks 15-14, that very good conference that they're in, man. Van Meter, I-35, Des Moines Christian. Then they've also played Grandview Christian, and they've also played Boone this year, so they're not afraid of good people. 1-1, swing and a miss. Of course, these girls also, have maybe not faced the pitcher the way Aubrey's been throwing lately. So sometimes we saw that the other night against Belmont Clemmy. It took them the second, third time around the lineup to adjust. That just missed outside. Aubrey can strike out people. I didn't even mention her stats. Aubrey's 18-8, 161 inning pitched, to 2.04 ERA, 150 strikeouts, and 27 walks. She usually doesn't walk people, and most of the time West Marshall plays good defense. Next pitch, here it is, swinging a pop fly foul, backing out of play on the all-important leadoff batter, and she's a good one. She's the center fielder, senior, Jaden Oskenbach. So Achenbach, with her .439 batting average, trying to get on base. Aubrey has a 2-2, and she delivers. And there's a fly ball. That ball is going to be caught on the run. An outstanding play by the center fielder, Ashton Blood. So used to Amelia Ranson out there last year. Ashton made it look easy. I mean, Jaden gave it a ride, but Ashton Blood on her horse went to her right, caught it. Had she not, that would have went over her head, and Jaden would have had a triple. So a nice catch, keeping that good table setter off the base. Here's Lucy Fleschner. She's another good hitter. She's batting .309. And again, we've had the cloud cover, so it's not as intense and it's not as hot as what it was the other night when we beat Belmont Clemmy. Swing, and there's a ball hit right to the shortstop, Rachel Randall, for the out. Hit it hard, but a looper, and Rachel had to come in like 2 steps. So a pop-up or soft liner to the shortstop. So 2 quick outs.
Number 5, Andrea Nardini.
Andrea Nardini is the shortstop senior. It may take 1 or 2 times around in the order for these girls to catch up to Aubrey, who's pitching very well lately. There's a swing and a miss. Nardini batting .417 with 6 doubles and 6 triples, 25 runs batted in. And a lot of these girls can also hit the home run on you too. The 0-1 delivery as the big crowd looks on, and it is big too, man. Swinging a ground ball foul. I mean, it is. I just looked up. It's a monster crowd. I mean, they're all around the outfield, and I know that there's a lot of Woodward Granger people sprinkled in there as well, and then they're all around the infield behind me, but all around the outfield. The West Marshall boys are here. Of course, they're playing tomorrow night versus Grundy Center. We'll talk about that as we go along here. And the 0-2 delivery to the hitter, and it just missed outside. You know that they wanted Nardini try to take a swing at it, but she's a senior, so she's seen everything. And she has a 1-2 count, 2 quick outs, top of the first inning, no score. Aubrey Greenwood deals a 1-2, and she pops it up as their play for the first baseman, Brown. She caught it right at the fence. Great play by the first baseman, Kaylin Brown. So a pop-up to the first baseman, and Brown caught it at the fence. Okay, now you talk about these young players. We're going to keep it right here, by the way, as we go to the bottom of the second. Now, first, you always wonder how these young players are going to react. Well, Ashton Blood probably took a triple away from Achenbach with a nice play in center field. And then that play, Andrea Nardini, she hit the ball, and I tell you what, Kaylin Brown was just hugging the fence over at first base right by the dugout, and she was able to haul it in. So a nice 1-2-3 inning for West Marshall. They're 22-10. They're rated 14th. They got here by beating Belmont Clemmy 6-4. Trying for another deep run in the state tournament. They have fallen a game shy of the state tournament the last 2 years in a row. Woodward Granger comes in here at 15-14. And they got here by beating Panorama by a score of 8-0. Now they're fortunate to have 2 good pitchers. So number 33, Olivia Lance, will be the pitcher tonight. Liv has a 9-9 record. They can also bring in Fleschner. She's their third baseman. Olivia is 9-9 with 109 innings pitched and a 4.30 ERA. She won't strike out a lot, 64, and she'll walk 29. So the opportunity is there for West Marshall to try to get some people on base and to put the ball in play. It's just, I have a feeling, I mean, you don't win 16 games by not having a good defense. I just have a feeling they have a very, very good defense. And, Belmont Clemmy did too. It's just they made an error the other night that really, really hurt. So against somebody like West Marshall, you got to play solid for 9 innings. Okay, here's Jenna Randall, good hitter. She pops it foul, back and out of play. Jenna batting .333. Now, you talk about a good table setter. Jenna, 13 doubles, a triple, 20 stolen bases, 2 home runs, 22 RBIs. Jenna Randall, Rachel Randall, Ashton Blood. If anybody gets on base, Kaylin Brown. The pitcher is Lance. And Olivia deals an 0-1, missed outside. She has walked 29 in 109 innings pitched. She has 64 strikeouts, so she won't strike out a lot. She just kind of, I think, depends on her defense to get the job done. Livia Lance, junior pitcher, 1-1. Here it is, upstairs. Woodward Granger comes from that good West Central Conference. West Marshall from the heart of Iowa. That missed upstairs, 3-1. Randall looking on base any old way, and then when she gets on base, she's definitely a threat to steal. With 20 stolen bases. Little ground ball foul down the third base line. So 3-2 is the count. Jenna Randall, the leadoff batter. We're in the bottom of the first inning in this 2A regional semifinal ball game. Last couple of years, West Marshall's been 3A, so we've always played on Saturday. Not tonight. Big crowd looking on a nice night for high school softball. 2-2 the count. Randall steps in. Jenna, next pitch. Swing and a pop fly foul. We'll do it again. Jenna, second baseman junior. Of course, wow, she's a good wrestler too, man. Missed all of last year with that injury. And she has a 3-2. And here it is. And it missed low. So there's a walk, and we'll see if she wants to do any running off first base. I can almost guarantee you she probably will. So walks will hurt you in the tournaments. So Jenna with a walk. We'll see if she wants to do any running. Let's see what Rachel Randall does. Do you think Rachel will bunt? She's batting .333. West Marshall, they can drive the ball. I mean, I've seen games where they hit home runs, but they also play a lot of small ball. They're not going to hold against Jenna. I would imagine she's going to take off. And she takes off. Great bunt. Pitcher gets it, throws it out. So Rachel does her job with a ground ball bunt to the pitcher. You don't want to leave these opportunities by the wayside. Here's Ashton Blood. Ashton is a center fielder freshman and a good stick, batting .361 with 8 doubles, 3 home runs, and 25 runs batted in and 11 stolen bases. Here comes the first pitch. There's a strike call. So this pitcher, Lance, and the Hawks are trying to work around a leadoff walk. Jenna Randall is on second base right now with 1 out. Next pitch, swinging a pop fly foul, out of play. We'll do it again. Ashton, freshman center fielder. They have very, very good younger kids on their team. Of course, they have to replace a lot of seniors from last year. One of them is in the crowd tonight, Lily Fisher. I should have had Lily stop down and do the play-by-play. Well, maybe I still will. 0-2 is the count on Ashton Blood. Ashton with a .361 batting average. And she swings and misses. That's a good time if you're Woodward Granger to get a strikeout. She just challenged her. Like I said, Lance doesn't strike out a lot of people, but that was a key strikeout. So you have a second and 1 out. It'll take a 2-out something from Kaylin Brown, and that's who they want up there. And she pops it up, though. That ball is going to be caught by the second baseman behind first base. So you had the opportunity, wasted a leadoff walk, a big strikeout, and then you get a tough hitter, Brown, to pop up to the second baseman who caught that ball right behind first base. So good job by Woodward Granger to get out of the jam. West Marshall strands the runner, second and 1 out. You got to take advantage of that stuff in the tournaments. We go to the second. We got no score. It's Woodward Granger and West Marshall Regional Semifinal Softball on KDAO.
In Searing, McCallsburg, St. Anthony, Clemens, and the surrounding rural areas, Minerva Valley Companies is your local provider for internet service, local and long-distance telephone, and digital video, all available from one local provider. At Minerva Valley, they offer fiber to the home, high-speed internet, telephone service, and digital video TV. You pick the programming package, and Minerva Valley will give you great service. See why Minerva Valley should be your source for entertainment and internet. Log on to MinervaValley.com. Minerva Valley Companies, providing voice, video, and data.
Welcome back to Regional Softball on KDAO Radio and KDAO.com. I'm Chuck Carpenter. It's always fun to come over and cover the West Marshall girls softball team, West Marshall Athletics, and the old West Marshall Athletics. And we're talking about softball tonight. We got a huge crowd out here, man. Now, Woodward Granger, they brought a lot of people. West Marshall has packed this place. Everybody all around the outfield. Baseball players are there. They'll be playing tomorrow night against Grundy Center. We'll have more details about that game in just a little bit. But in the meantime, Woodward Granger comes to the plate in the second looking for their first base runner. They had a 1-2-3 inning. Aubrey did a good job, and the pitcher will lead it off. It'll be 4, 5, and 6. Olivia Lance, Kendall Hansen, Peyton Matier, if anybody gets on base, Mallory Polito. They're all good hitters, but of course it's always a challenge against somebody like Aubrey the first time around. And half swing, holds up. I mean, this girl's a home run threat. Actually, about 80% of this lineup are home run threats. They can drive the ball. Good offense, man. Good batting stats. 333 against good people. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a little ground ball foul. 0-2 is the count. So like I said, they play in that good conference, man. You got Van Meter, you got I-35, you got Des Moines Christian. So, I mean, they're 16-11, and I'm sorry, they're 15-14, probably a deceiving record. And as I mentioned to you, they're also not afraid of playing good people like Grandview Christian. You all know what they're about. And Boone, too. Okay, so here comes the 0-2. Here it is. Hit the outside corner for a strike. Aubrey registers her first strikeout. Here's Kendall Hansen. Again, first time around in the order against Aubrey. Here's Kendall batting .348 with 6 doubles, a couple of home runs, 3 triples, and 22 RBIs. So, I mean, they can hit it up and down the lineup, and she's a sophomore, and she's the first baseman. And Aubrey Greenwood has the first pitch, and it's on the way, and it's in the dirt. West Marshall has won 7 games in a row. I think their last loss was to Denver at Don Bosco. Of course, Denver got knocked off by Grundy Center this week. That was an upset. Grundy Center is playing Wapsie Valley, and East Marshall's playing Columbus Catholic tonight. So there you go. Here comes the 1-0. That missed inside. It's a perfect night for high school softball, although somebody said it rained like crazy in Melbourne like about 2 hours ago. Okay, the leadoff batter has been retired. Aubrey has set down 4 in a row. 2-0 is the count on Hansen, a good hitter. And she hits it foul. Riley gets it and flips it back to Aubrey, who goes back up on top. The hitter, Kendall Hansen, steps out. Kendall steps in from the right side. 2-1 is the count. Got no score. Hawks looking for their first base runner. That missed inside. Aubrey doesn't walk a lot, 27 in 161 innings. She has struck out 151. Her ERA is 2.04. I mean, she was dang good last year as a sophomore, and she's dang good this year as a junior. Here comes the 2-1. Swinging a little chopper right back to Aubrey, who gets it, throws high and over the head of the first baseman. Okay, there's a mistake, and Kendall is on her way to second base. Well, that was an easy comebacker, and she just threw it over the first baseman's head. So there you go. So the first mistake of the night, it was just a little comebacker. And the pitcher throws over the head of Brown. So now you got second and 1 out. And you got Matier, who's very good. And then you got Polito, who's very good in the on-deck circle. And you have a girl that's got good speed out there at second base. There's a swing and a miss. So a 2-base error allows Kendall Hansen in good speed to be on at second base, and this is Matier batting .388 with a home run and 13 runs batted in. So now West Marshall's in a jam, and that ball downstairs. It was just a simple comebacker, and I don't know what happened, but it went way over the head of Brown, and Hansen ends up at second base, and here's Matier. She has home run power. 1-1 is the count. That missed inside. 2-1 is the count. I know Aubrey was affected by the heat the other night. It's not that way tonight. It's humid, but I mean, it's softball weather. 2-1 is the count. Big crowd looks on, and the Hawks have a threat. Still looking for their first hit, but a 2-base error gives them an opportunity here. Second and 1 out. Next pitch. Strike called. Now West Marshall had second and 1 out at the top of the first and could not score. What are the Hawks going to do here with second and 1 out in the top of the second? So 2-2 the count. Aubrey has a strikeout. She could use another one. Peyton Matier swings and misses at a low delivery. Now it's going to take a 2-out something from the catcher, junior Mallory Polito. And again, she can hit it, batting .262 with 5 doubles, 10 RBIs, and 1 home run. West Marshall had an opportunity like this in the first, couldn't cash it in. Hawks opportunity, second, 1 out. Now second and 2 out. And there's a pop-up. Brown wants it. She catches it for the out. So just like Woodward Granger got out of that jam in the first, West Marshall gets out of a jam here. They pitch around the they pitch around the two-base error with a strikeout and a pop-up to the first baseman. Okay, we go into the bottom of the second inning. We have no score. Both teams have had an opportunity. Still looking for our first hit. It'll be Riley Randall, Elena Frederick, and Aubrey Greenwood. If anybody gets on base, Olivia Randall in this Class 2A regional semifinal ball game from State Center on this Friday night. And we have no score, and I'll be back on KDAO.
J&T Plumbing and Heating in Hubbard has served Hardin, Hamilton, and Story counties for over 40 years. With that kind of experience, J&T has the knowledge, technology, and equipment to fix any problem you have and fix it right the first time. Plus, they do it at an affordable price. J&T's professional staff's priority is outstanding service and taking care of their customers' home. That's why the next time you have a need for plumbing, heating, or drain and sewer services, one call does it all. J&T Plumbing and Heating in Hubbard. Online at jntplumbing.com. Is owned and operated by Wink Services.
You are listening to Central Iowa High School Softball Regional Semifinal Softball. After tonight, it'll be the second most exciting game a team will ever play, the game that gets them to the state tournament. And the other teams tonight playing are number 3, Grandview Christian. West Marshall knows what they're all about. And Ogden. They're playing the Des Moines Hoover. Of course, that's a host school for Grandview Christian this year. And if West Marshall wins and Grandview Christian wins, it'll be at Hoover. If West Marshall wins, Grandview Christian loses, the next game will be here on Monday, but we're a long ways away from that. And for West Marshall in the bottom of the second, it'll be 5, 6, and 7. Riley Randall, Elena Frederick, Aubrey Greenwood. If anybody gets on base, Olivia Randall. And the first pitch is low. Both teams had opportunities. In the first, West Marshall second, 1 out, could not score. Top of the second here, Hawks second, 1 out, could not score. Swing and a miss. Good rise ball. Riley batting .284 with 20 RBIs. One of 2 seniors in the lineup for West Marshall. And Riley steps back in, and 1-1 headed home. That just missed upstairs. Some of the Hawk fans howl about that a little bit. 2-1 is the count. Again, huge crowd, man, huge crowd. I don't think you can get a place to set around the outfield, man. Here comes the 2-1. Swinging a pop fly foul out of play. And plus, we have a lot of people. I think we have more people around the outfield than we do here in the infield. But we have a great crowd on hand tonight. 2-2 the count. Got a good game. No score. Leadoff batter, Riley Randall. And the 2-2 from the Woodward Granger pitcher. Here it is, way upstairs. She won't strike out a lot, although she got blood on a big strikeout in the first inning. And she did get in trouble with a leadoff walk to Jenna Randall, but she got around that. And here's Riley Randall with the 3-2. And the 3-2 is headed home. Swinging a foul. Riley trying to get on base ahead of Elena Frederick. Aubrey Greenwood, if anybody gets on base, Olivia Randall will bat here in the bottom of the second inning. West Marshall's won 7 games in a row. They're rated 14th in the state. Last time they lost was to Denver at the Don Bosco tournament. So, okay, 3-2 is the count. Next pitch from Liv is a pop fly foul, chased by 3 people in foul territory, goes over the fence, down the first base line. We'll do it again. Riley comes back, batting .284. Leadoff batter, second inning. Both teams looking for their first base hits of the night. West Marshall was given a leadoff walk in the first and could not do anything with it. Here comes the 3-2. She pounds that ball. That ball is going to be dropped in front of the right fielder. Right fielder did a nice job getting over there to plug the gap. Otherwise, it would have been a double. But Riley, there's the first base hit of the night as she hit a bullet into right field. Right fielder did a nice job of coming over. She got it, then she slipped and fell down. But she prevented the double. So Riley with a leadoff single. So the leadoff batter is on. For the second time tonight, here's Evelyn Clark. So what's West Marshall going to do? What's Elena Frederick going to do? Elena batting .260. Good freshman. 2 triples, a home run, 14 RBIs, 3 doubles. Do you think Elena is going to bunt? We have Evelyn Clark, the freshman, on at first base. They charge. There's a swing and a miss. Got to try to get that runner down to second base. We'll see what Elena wants to do. She swung and missed. Will she change up and do a bunt? The first baseman will charge, and the third baseman will charge. And Clark, we'll see what Clark does at first base. And she's going to bunt. And there's a pop-up. Catcher picks it up, throws it back to the pitcher. So the sacrifice was on. Now you got an 0-2. Now if you're Frederick, you got to guard against a strikeout. She's batting .260 with 14 RBIs. Next pitch, swinging a pop fly, backing out of play. Frederick, .260, 2 triples, a home run, 14 RBIs, 3 doubles. Riley Randall with a leadoff single. Evelyn Clark is on at first base. A little drama here. And the 0-2, here it is. Went down after ball 4 and fouled it back to the screen. Frederick, the freshman, just a lot of young girls in this lineup for West Marshall. They've really come along nicely, playing some of their best ball. They've won 7 in a row. Clark, the courtesy runner, is at first base. And Clark is not going, and there's a ground ball to the shortstop who backhands it, and she goes to second base for the out. Good play by the shortstop. They have a good shortstop there, Nardini, and she backhanded it, and she knew what she was going to do with it before she got the ball. So a ground ball to the shortstop. You got to force it second. That means Frederick will run the bases, and Elena's got 14 stolen bases, so we'll see. Here's Aubrey batting .272 with 3 doubles and 16 RBIs. Wouldn't be surprised to see Frederick take off as she grounded into the force out at second base. Good play by your shortstop. Go to show bunt. Ball's in the dirt. Throw down to second base. She's safe. The ball was in the dirt. Still, though, the catcher got to it. It made it somewhat close. Polito did a nice job. She dug it out, threw down there, and it was kind of a close play, but Frederick was clearly safe. So, once again, for the second inning in a row, you got second and 1 out. Got to try to cash this stuff in, man. I doubt she'll be bunting. Here comes the 1-0. She hits a long fly ball to left field. That ball is going to leave the park for a 2-run home run for Aubrey Greenwood. She helps herself. I think it went right over her Grandma Lori and Grandpa Tracy. Aubrey touches them all. A 2-run bomb. It's 2-0. That's a second base hit. And West Marshall is ahead 2-0. So Aubrey reaches back for a little muscle and pounds the ball. That went right over Grandma Lori's head, and it went right over Grandpa Tracy's head. So there you go. Aubrey with a 2-run dinger. It's 2-1, 2-0. Here's Olivia Randall. Olivia batting .264 with 16 RBIs. I think if Grandma Lori would have jumped and made an effort, she might have caught that ball. Grandma Lori made a very poor effort out there to catch that home run off the bat of Aubrey Greenwood. I'm just going to say that. Here comes the 1-0. Missed up. Oh, that's a strike. Excuse me. I almost said missed upstairs. I think the West Marshall fans think that it missed upstairs too. But Olivia batting .264. So Aubrey with the 2-run home run. It's 2-0 West Marshall here in the bottom of the second inning. And here comes the 1-1, and it missed upstairs and outside. Talk about helping yourself. That's that might be Aubrey's first home run of the year. I think it is. Aubrey's first home run of the year. 2-1. Swing and a miss on Olivia Randall. Olivia batting .264. Hattie McCullum is in the on-deck circle. This is a good hitting lineup, 1 through 9, you know. And there's a swing on a good rise ball, and she fouled it back to the screen. So, Hawks are down 2-0. West Marshall is ahead. A single, a force out, and then Aubrey Greenwood with a 2-run home run. And 2-2 is the count with 1 out. Here's the next pitch. Swinging a foul straight back. Some good at-bats here by these West Marshall girls as they play in the regional semifinals. For the last 2 years in a row, they've won this game only to lose in the regional finals. 2-2 is the count. Here's the pitch in the dirt. So West Marshall now has out-hit this team 2-0. And we're in the bottom of the second. And it's 2-0. 3-2. Foul ball. A lot of foul balls in this game, man. And in the bottom of the second, West Marshall has already scored 2. 2-2. I'm sorry, 3-2 is a walk. So like I said, this pitcher, Lance, she does walk people. That's her second walk. And Olivia, who has 10 stolen bases, we'll see what she does. Here's Hattie McCullum. Now, you speaking of good freshman hitters, just something about this freshman class, man. Hattie batting .391 with 13 RBIs. Olivia just has that look about her, and she is not going. The ball missed outside. We only still have one out. Aubrey Greenwood's 2-run home run has given West Marshall a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the second inning on KDAO in front of a huge crowd on a very nice night for high school regional semifinal softball in State Center on KDAO. This may or may not be the last time that West Marshall plays at home and the seniors play at home. We'll have to wait and see. A lot of things have to happen. Here comes the 1-0 and the pop fly foul back and out of play. West Marshall still could find themselves with a home game on Monday. They could travel, or their season could come to an end. I don't want to be negative, but, I'm just laying out all the possibilities. But for right now, they're in good shape as they're up 2-0 in the bottom of the second. And Olivia Randall is at first base with that walk, second walk of the night. Here's Hattie McCullum. And Randall is going. Throw down to second base, and it's way off the mark. That's a stolen base. Last year, because of the power that West Marshall brought to the table, they really didn't steal a lot of bases. And this year, it's a little different story. Of course, they just hit a home run. So Hattie McCullum looking for the base hit. 2-1 is the count. Good speed. Base hit most likely would score Olivia from second. Good to show bunt. Pulls it up way high. You've got the dangerous leadoff batter, Jenna Randall, in the on-deck circle. 3-1 is the count. Next pitch. Missed upstairs. There's another walk. See, walks will kill you, man. And before this game started, we said, Olivia Lance, she's not overpowering, and she does tend to walk people. And so now we got Jenna Randall, and we're going to have a courtesy runner. So Sammy Sorensen. So Sammy Sorensen is going to run at second. So we got good speed on the bases. Olivia Randall is at second. Sorensen is the trailer at first. Woodward Granger trying to get out of this inning, man. It's been a long inning. Single, 2-run home run, back-to-back walks. Jenna Randall, second time around against this pitcher. She walked her first time, and she was stranded. Okay, 2-2. 2-2 is the score in the second inning. 1-0 is the count. Missed upstairs. Jenna batting .333. She walked and was stranded her first time up. Next pitch, way high. So this pitcher really kind of struggling here a little bit tonight, especially in this inning. She's just walked two, and the first two really have not been anywhere close to the strike zone, and the catcher's going to go out and have a little talk. Don't know if, maybe some perspiration on the softball, don't know. But she's just having a little problems out there. She's walked two after she gave up the single, and then there was the force out, and then Aubrey slammed the home run. And then back-to-back walks, Olivia Randall and Hattie McCullum. And here's Jenna Randall in the bottom of the second inning, so it's been kind of a long inning that way, but a good one for West Marshall. They've out-hit this team 2-0, and Jenna has a 2-0 count. And here's the next pitch. That missed upstairs. So again, Lance just kind of struggling for whatever reason to find the strike zone, getting herself in some trouble, threatening to load the bases up. Rachel Randall is in the on-deck circle. Here comes the next pitch. That missed upstairs, so there's a walk. They also have Fleschner that they can bring in, and the Woodward Granger coach is going to take a little time out here. We'll step away real quick. I'll be back after this on KDAO.
Your 90s back on.
I want something else to get me through this. Yeah, I don't know.
92.9
KDAO. KDAO FM.
Eldora, Marshalltown, and Grundy Center. Your 90s back on.
This is Rewind 93.
Rewind 93.
An on-the-go media station.
You are listening to Central Iowa High School softball on KDAO. This is regional semifinal softball, Class 2A. The West Marshall girls rated 14th in the state, trying to get themselves for the third year in a row into the regional final. Well, right now they've got a good start on that. They lead 2-0 in the bottom of the second. They have the bases loaded now with 3 walks. And here's Rachel Randall, and the first delivery is a ball. So this pitcher, I think she's actually thrown like 9 balls in a row. So she's struggling out there. Coach came out and had a little talk, and there's a pop fly foul. Now, if you're Woodward Granger tuning in, you could use the strikeout. You could use the pop-up. You need a ground ball back to the pitcher, maybe one to the third baseman, and freeze that runner. And for Rachel, a lot of things would get that runner home from third base. Rachel looking to put the ball in play somewhere with a 1-1, and she fouls it back. So now you got a 2-strike count. And for Woodward Granger, Lance will be striving for the strikeout. Rachel wants to put the ball in play somewhere. We've got runners on bases are loaded. Olivia Randall, McCullum, Sammy Sorensen. 1-2. Here it is. She hits a fly ball. That ball is going to drop in front of the left fielder for a base hit and an RBI. So Rachel looped it into left field. An RBI single for Rachel. And the bases continue to be loaded. And now it's 3-0. Rachel looped it into left field. Here's Ashton Blood. Ashton has 3 home runs. You know what all the fans want to see. Bases are loaded. In the dirt, good play by the catcher to prevent a wild pitch. So, that's the third base hit of the night. West Marshall's out hit this team 3-0. Oh, by the way, it's 3-0 on KDAO. The walks are hurt you, man. 3 walks in a row after the 2-run home run. Rachel with a little bloop single. And 1-1 is the count. Next pitch way high again. Another good play by the catcher to prevent a wild pitch. So 2-0 is the count. I understand you don't want to groove it for Ashton Blood, who has 3 home runs, but at the same time, there's no place to put her, and you got another good hitter in Brown in the on-deck circle, man. Here comes the next pitch, and she pounds that ball. That ball is going to be caught by the left fielder. The tag is made. Here comes the throw, safe, and she's going to be out at third base. So they get an out at third, but Ashton Blood with an RBI sacrifice fly. They do get the out at third. Good play. But Ashton with an RBI sacrifice fly. Good play out there by the left fielder. JoJo covered a lot of territory for the Hawks, caught it, and that was going to be an easy run scored. And the run scored though. The run scored before the out. So West Marshall gets 4 runs here, and we go to the bottom of the third inning. And they lead this thing. That was a good play by the left fielder because had that got by her, that might have cleared the bases, but she caught it, and then the RBI sacrifice fly. So that scored the run, and then they were able to throw one of the West Marshall girls out at third base. So after 2 here, West Marshall has a 4-0 lead. Over in LeGrand, East Marshall leads Columbus 2-0. If East Marshall wins, they'll play either Grundy Center or Wapsie Valley on Monday. And like I said, West Marshall, if they win tonight, they would either host if Ogden upsets Grandview Christian, or if Grandview Christian wins, then we go to Des Moines Hoover High School to play ball. But we're a long ways away from that. However, a good job here by West Marshall as they picked up 4 runs in the second inning. 2-run home run by Aubrey Greenwood, then an RBI single by Rachel Randall and a sacrifice fly by Ashton Blood. It'll be the bottom 2, and then to the top of the order we go here in the top of the third inning. Woodward Granger is down by a score of 4-0. They've had 2 base runners. Have not scored. Next pitch is a popped up. And fair territory. The catcher gets it, throws her out. Great job by Riley Randall. The batter, I think she thought it was going to go foul, so she just kind of stood there and watched it, and it stayed fair, and Riley pounced on it and gunned her out. Pretty good play by that senior catcher. Like I said, I think the batter thought it was going to go foul, but Riley Randall pounced on the thing, man. There's a swing and a miss on a rise ball to JoJo Leuenberg. batting .400, 2 home runs. After this, then we go to the top of the order. It'll be the second time around in the order against Aubrey. Aubrey had to pitch around a one-out error in that second inning. 0-1 the count. Swinging a ground ball right back to Aubrey. She throws her out this time. So ground ball to Aubrey. And here's the center fielder. She's very, very good. This is the second time around in the order against Aubrey. Jaden Achenbach batting .439 with 3 doubles, 2 home runs, 22 RBIs, 7 stolen bases. She fouls it back here. Fly ball to center fielder. Jenny sits by me now taking pictures, probably wanting to monitor what I say. I was going to have Stacy do the play-by-play, but that would probably not been a good situation. It would have been entertaining. Oh, anyway, back to the game. 0-1 is the count. Next pitch, here it is, upstairs. Aubrey set down 4 in a row. West Marshall's out hit this team 3-0. We have a huge crowd on hand on a very, very nice Friday night for high school softball as West Marshall tries to get the regional championship game for the 3rd year in a row. Here comes 1-1 from Aubrey to this dangerous hitter. That's a swing and a miss. Swung right through it. Achenbach, I mean, you keep her off base for a game, you're doing some good stuff. She flied out to the center fielder her first time up, and this is the second time around in the order against Aubrey Greenwood, and the Trojans lead this thing by a score of 4-0, top of the 3rd inning on KDAO. Aubrey stands on. Aubrey looks in, and the 2-1. Here it is, swing and a little fly ball over the head of Randall at short. So she bloops a single. That's the first base hit for Woodward Granger. And I would think that Jaden Achenbach is going to do some running. She's going to test Riley, who's a very, very good catcher. Jaden is very good. She has good speed. So Achenbach, second time around, was able to put the ball in play, bloop it into the outfield. And here's Lucy Fleschner batting .309. They do not hold against Achenbach. And she is not going. Missed outside. Couple of ground balls in this inning, and then a 2-out little bloop single for the Hawks in the top of the 3rd. Next pitch to Fleschner, the second place hitter. Missed outside, runner not going. I'm surprised that Achenbach doesn't try to take off for second and try to test Riley. Of course, Riley had a great defensive play there where she pounced on the ball as the batter thought it was going to go foul. So there's been a lot of pouncing here in this inning. 2-0 is the count. Next pitch, runner not going. Pop fly foul backing out of play. Aubrey tried to hit the outside corner, and she fouled it away, so good job by Fleschner. She ruined a good pitch. Again, a 2-out single by Achenbach. West Marshall's out hit this team 3-1. Lucy, who has good speed, is over at first base, and she's not going. And she hits a long fly ball. That ball is trouble. That ball is going to go over the head of the right fielder. Lucy, with her good speed, is going to be able to score easily. It's an RBI double. Woodward Granger is right back in this game. Boy, she hit that thing hard. It went right over the head of the right fielder. So a hard RBI double. And, of course, you got somebody like Achenbach on base, and she could almost walk home. So Woodward Granger is right back in this game. It's now 4-1. She hit that ball hard. And, again, this is the second time around in the lineup against Aubrey. And these are good hitters, man. Here's Andrea Nardini batting .417. You got a runner on at second base now, and Woodward Granger right back in the game. There's a strike call. Man, she hit that ball hard. She hit that ball hard, and there was no way that the right fielder, Frederick, was going to get to it. It went right over her head, and, of course, with somebody like Achenbach on base, she could almost walk home. 0-1 is the count. And Fleschner, with her RBI double, sits there at second base right now. Here comes the 0-1. And there's a strike. So Woodward Granger was hitless in the first 2 innings. They have a single and a double. And they're down by a score of 4-1. Here's Nardini. And an 0-2 is headed home. She flies the ball to the right fielder. Foul, catches it in foul territory. Great play. Great play by the right fielder. Great play by Frederick. She caught it up against the fence. So a fly ball to the right fielder in foul territory. Good plays by the outfielders. You know, last year I knew that West Marshall had a good outfield, and they were quick But this outfield is very, very quick. Now, the double, I mean, you can't blame Frederick for that because that thing just zoomed over her head at about 222 miles an hour. That one was in foul territory, and she caught it right at the fence. So, Woodward Granger, though, they pick up a run, and they're back in this game. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. I'll be back after this on KDAO and KDAO.com.
My family grew up with Central State Bank. From my first savings account to our first mortgage, growing a business, and planning for retirement. They've been with us through it all. And just like family, they call you by name. Discover what Central State Bank can do for you.
Welcome back, Central Iowa High School Regional Softball. West Marshall for the third year in a row playing in the regional semifinals. Except it's not on a Saturday, okay? Because in the old days, we were in 3A, so we'd always play on a Saturday. Here we are on a Friday. And so that means that on Saturday night, you don't have to pick and choose because you can go watch the baseball team play Grundy Center. We'll talk more about that as we go along. In the meantime, though, West Marshall has out-hit this team 3-2, and they have a 4-1 lead. And they've out-hit Woodward Granger 3-2. And here in the bottom of the third inning with a big crowd looking on, it's going to be 4, 5, and 6 for West Marshall. Kaylin Brown, Riley Randall, Elena Frederick. Outfielders have made some good plays here for West Marshall tonight. But I tell you what, I mean, the biggest play, I think, was back in that inning when the girl hit the ball out in front of the plate, and I think she thought it was going to go foul. And Riley Randall, the senior catcher, pounced on it and threw her out while she was still waiting around at the home plate. That was a big play. So anyway, here's Kaylin Brown. Kaylin batting .412. Speaking of good freshmen, .412, 6 doubles, 5 triples, 4 home runs, 37 runs batted in. And Kaylin has a 1-0, and she hits a fly ball. That's going to drop in front of the left fielder for a base hit. So the leadoff batter is on for the third inning in a row. So a base hit by Kaylin Brown. Her batting average is up to about .415. Here's Riley Randall. Riley has a single. So West Marshall, they've gotten the leadoff batter on for 3 innings in a row. We're in the bottom of the third. So Brown with the single. Is Riley going to bunt? She's going to swing away. Brown leads off first base, gets back in time. So the leadoff single, leadoff batter on for the third inning in a row for West Marshall, and they lead this game by a score of 4-1. And they've out-hit this team 4-2. Going to show bunt. Good bunt. Tough play. Third baseman gets it, throws it out. Dang good play there by the third baseman, Fleshner. She also bobbled it, and she got Riley by 1 step. Dang good play, but Riley does her job, so a sacrifice to the third baseman. So a good play all the way around. Good job by Riley, and then a super good play by the Woodward Granger third baseman, Lucy Fleshner. So Riley does her job. Here's Elena Frederick, and Aubrey Greenwood would bat next, and there's a swing and a miss. West Marshall trying to get that run back. They scored 4 in the second. They gave up the run in the top of the third. Here we are in the bottom of the third. Brown led off the inning with a single. She's on at second base right now, missed upstairs. Oh, and by the way, I'm sorry, we have a new pitcher, Lucy Fleshner. So she replaces Lance. I'm sorry. So Lucy Fleshner is in the game. I'll talk about her stats as we go along here. And there's a foul ball. And the pitcher that was into the game, Lance, she's now at first base. So this is Lucy Fleshner. And the next pitch upstairs. And I think, So I messed up because I meant to say Kendall Hansen is now the third baseman. She made that play. Not Fleshner, because Lucy is the pitcher. Swing and a miss. Struck her out on a low delivery. So Lucy Fleshner comes in, gives up a single, but she's almost out of the inning now. Here's Aubrey Greenwood. Aubrey, of course, hit the 2-run home run. Lucy Fleshner, 6-5. She's a sophomore, 63 innings pitched, 51 strikeouts, 31 walks. Lucy started out as a third baseman. And there's a ball. So Lucy is now the pitcher, and Hansen is now the third baseman, and Lance, the former pitcher, is now the first baseman. So there you go. 1-0 the count. Swing, and there's a fly ball. That ball may drop for a base hit. It will in left field. Here comes the run to score. She'll be safe. The all-important 2-out RBI base hit. Aubrey does it again. She has 3 base hits. She has 3 RBIs tonight. So an RBI single. West Marshall gets the run back. And here's Olivia Randall. The all-important 2-out RBI base hit. So Aubrey's having a heck of a night. She has a 5-1 lead. She has a 2-run home run, and now she has an RBI single. And, oh, by the way, that's the 5th base hit of the night for West Marshall. And here's Olivia Randall batting .264, and Olivia walked her first time up. See, in the second inning, after Aubrey hit that 2-run bomb, then we had 3 walks in a row and an RBI single and an RBI sacrifice fly. And in this game, in this inning, once again, you get the leadoff batter on. Then Aubrey comes through with a single. There's a swing and a miss by Olivia Randall. Olivia batting .264, third baseman Hattie McCullum would bat next here in the bottom of the third inning on KDAO in this regional semifinal ball game. And West Marshall leads by a score of 5-1. Missed upstairs with the rise ball. So this is the second pitcher of the night, Lucy Fleschner. Throws a little bit harder than Lance. And here comes the 1-1. That missed upstairs. But sometimes she gets in trouble walking people too. In 63 innings pitched, she's walked 32. So Woodward Granger, they're a nice team. It's just sometimes they walk people. Here comes the 2-1. That missed inside. West Marshall gets a run back here. They have their original 4-run lead in the bottom of the third inning. Here comes the 3-1. Swing and a miss. Swung right through it. This pitcher, Fleschner, is not afraid to challenge people. She throws a little bit harder than Lance does. So she just challenged Olivia that time. So 3-2 is the count. Next pitch, there's a strike 3 call. So she does give up the RBI single, but West Marshall gets a run. They get their original 4-run lead back. We go to the 4th. West Marshall, in this regional semifinal ball game, leads this thing by a score of 5-1. I'll be back after this on KDAO.
Hi, this is Chris from Partner Communications. Did you know we now offer electrical services? Whether you're looking to change out a few lights within the home or wiring a whole new house, Partner can get it done. Master electrician Jeff Campbell will come to your home and provide you with a free estimate. Residential, agricultural, or commercial, let our courteous professional technicians complete your electrical projects. Call our office today, 641-498-7701.
You are listening to Central Iowa High School Regional Softball on KDAO Radio and on KDAO.com. I'm Chuck Carpenter, coming to you tonight from State Center in front of a huge crowd on a perfect night for high school softball. And the West Marshall girls playing at home for, well, maybe the last time, maybe not. All depends on what. Well, they see they got to win first, man. And then they got to hope that Ogden upsets Grandview Christian. Then they would host. But if Grandview Christian wins and West Marshall wins, then we go to Des Moines Hoover High School to play the game on Monday night to determine who goes to state. But you got to get there first. West Marshall, though, they've out-hit this team 5-2. Both teams have made an error. Actually, I apologize. Woodward Granger has not made an error. But they've helped West Marshall not only with their 5 base hits, but also there's been 4 walks. Here's the first baseman who was the pitcher, Olivia Lance. It'll be 4, 5, and 6. You got your good hitters up there. Actually, they have good hitters up and down the lineup. And the first pitch, half swing, fouls it down the line. Olivia started out as the pitcher. She's now the first baseman. Good hitter, batting .333, second time around in the order against Greenwood. 2 home runs, 24 runs batted in. She was a strikeout victim her first time up. Woodward Granger's done a good job. They haven't struck out many times, only 2 times against Aubrey. So, got to play good defense. West Marshall has made the 1 error, didn't hurt them. There's a pop-up. Who wants it? Riley Randall? No. So West Marshall's made the plays tonight with 1 exception. Their outfielders have been very, very good tonight. The leadoff batter is Olivia Lance. Here in the top of the 4th, Lance, Hansen, Mateer, if anybody gets on base, Polito. 0-2 is the count. Aubrey striving for the strikeout. Sets up outside, but she throws upstairs. Only 2 strikeouts tonight for Aubrey. Usually she's good for about 9 or 10. Here comes the 1-2 to the leadoff batter, with the big crowd looking on a perfect night for high school softball. Here it is. Swing and a pop-up. No play for anybody. Well, that's pretty crazy. East Marshall has a lightning delay. East Marshall is in the top of the fourth. They lead 5-0. They have a lightning delay over in LeGrand. That's crazy. Well, anyway, the 1-2. She hits a long fly ball if that stays fair, and instead it's going to be caught in the left field corner on an unbelievable play again by the left fielder, this time Sammy Sorensen. So a line out to the left fielder. I'm telling you what, these outfielders for West Marshall, I mean, great games. I mean, it wasn't going to be a home run, but it would have been extra bases, and Sammy on her wheels caught up to it and caught it in fair territory and took away a double. That was some kind of a good play. And now here's Kendall Hansen. And there's a strike. So a strike called. I can't believe East Marshall has a lightning delay, but that's what they say. 0-1 is the count. Great play by the left fielder. These outfielders have made some good plays tonight, man. Swinging a little pop-up. No play for anybody. So apparently East Marshall's in a lightning delay over there, although it's fine here. So crazy night. 0-2 is the count. To Kendall Hansen. Here comes the 0-2, missed outside. And there are some, you know what, there are. I can see that on my radar. There are some clusters of thunderstorms just to the east of Marshalltown. We're fine here, west of Marshalltown. So there you go. 1-2 is the count. We're in the top of the fourth. Great plays by the West Marshall outfielders. Here comes the 1-2 from Aubrey. Swing and a miss on a rise ball. So that is the 1-2-3 third strikeout of the night. And here's Peyton Mateer as West Marshall tries for a 1-2-3 inning. Peyton Mateer batting .388 with a home run and 13 runs batted in. Peyton struck out her first time up. Top of the fourth inning, West Marshall has the lead of 5-1. East Marshall, in the meantime, they got some thunderstorms just east of Marshalltown. That's why East Marshall's in a rain delay, man. Or a lightning delay. Swing and a miss. Took a home run cut. Top of the fourth. Now, West Marshall had a 1-2-3 inning in the first. Then they put some base runners on base in the second and third. Scored a run in the third. Here we are with 2 quick outs in the fourth inning. Peyton Mateer batting .388. She has an 0-1, and that's a strike call. Mateer batting .388 with a home run and 13 runs batted in. Once again, can't say enough about the job that the outfielders have done for West Marshall, and great play at the top of the order by Sammy Sorensen in this top of the inning. Okay, here comes the 0-2. Sets up outside, hits the outside corner. It's a good inning for West Marshall. You had a great play by the left fielder, Sammy. Then 2 strikeouts for Aubrey. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 strikeouts. So we play on here. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. East Marshall may be in a lightning delay, but we're fine here. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. It'll be McCullum for West Marshall, and then to the top of the order. West Marshall, in this regional semifinal game, leads this baby by a score of 5-1. I'll be back with the bottom of the fourth inning right after this on KDAO.
You've got goals. You need a plan. Don't waste time or money. At Marshalltown Community College, you get the power to choose. Transfer to a 4-year university or step straight into a career in healthcare or trades. Small classes, caring faculty, real-world experience. Marshalltown Community College. Your future starts now.
Welcome back to Central Iowa High School softball here in West Marshall, in State Center. On this Friday night. Like I said, East Marshall has a lightning delay over there, and they do have some storms that popped up. So we got pretty lucky. They decided to pop up on the east side of Marshall. Down here on the west side, we're in pretty good shape. So no weather worries for us, but East Marshall is in a lightning delay. And here we go in the bottom of the fourth inning. It's going to be Hattie McCullum and then Jenna Randall and Rachel Randall. West Marshall has had base runners all over the place. They lead this game by a score of 5-1. They have 5 base hits. They have a 2-run home run by Aubrey Greenwood, who, oh, by the way, has 3 RBIs. They've also been given 4 walks. And the first delivery from this pitcher, Lucy Fleschner, who's in her second inning of work, is low outside to Hattie McCullum. Hattie, the 9th place hitter, the designated player, freshman. Next pitch. That's a strike call. Hattie batting .391. Let's see here. Hattie walked her first time up. Lucy Fleshner, the second pitcher, pretty good pitcher, 6-5, 63 innings pitched and a 3.54 ERA. She throws hard. There's a strike called outside corner. Some of the West Marshall people howl about that as we're in the bottom of the fourth inning in this regional semifinal ball game. West Marshall trying to get into the finals for the third year in a row. 1-2 is the count. Next pitch, here it is, high. Like I said, Fleshner, who came in relief of Lance, she throws a little bit harder. Both pitchers, though, do have some issues as far as walking people, and we've seen that tonight. But, I credit their defense. Their defense has played very, very well. There's a swing and a miss. But West Marshall has just done a good job of putting the ball in play. They've only struck out 2 times tonight. And it's 5-1. That's the score. Here's the next pitch to Hattie, and she swings and misses. Tried to hold up on a rise ball. Could not do it. Now here we have the top of the order with Jenna Randall. Jenna batting .333. Jenna has walked twice tonight. Of course, you always want to try to keep Jenna Randall off base if you're playing West Marshall, you know. Got a nice crowd on a nice night for high school softball, at least here west of Marshalltown. East of Marshalltown, that's a different story. Strike called outside corner on Jenna. Jenna batting .333, 13 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs, 22 RBIs. She's been on base twice tonight. Next pitch, here it is. Swing and a miss on a rise ball. It's Fleshner girls coming. I understand that Fleshner did give up a run in that third inning, but she's come in and she throws hard. She's not afraid to challenge people. She gave up the run in the third, but she throws hard, man. 0-2 the count as she struck out the last 2, and here's Jenna Randall. Here comes the 0-2. That missed outside. And now the Woodward Granger fans howl about that one. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a pop-up. Is there a play for the first baseman? Foul territory? No. Once again, the outfielders tonight for West Marshall. We're talking about Frederick in right field and Blood in center field. Sammy Sorensen in left field. You got an 8th grader and a couple of freshmen. Man. They've done a good job. 1-2 the count. Here's Jenna. Here comes the 1-2. That missed upstairs. Now she's walked twice. 2-2 the count. Leadoff batter has been retired. Actually, in this inning, that's the first time the leadoff batter has been retired for West Marshall. There's a swing and a miss. So this girl comes in. Ever since she gave up Aubrey Greenwood's RBI single, she set down 3 in a row, and she struck out 3 in a row. And here's Rachel Randall batting .333 with a home run, 6 doubles, and 13 runs batted in. And here's the pitch, missed outside. We're in the bottom of the fourth. Woodward Granger has never had a 1-2-3 inning in this game. Swing, and there's a pop-up. Foul, will do it again. In the 5th inning, for the Hawks, it'll be the bottom 3, and then to the top of the order. West Marshall, the 14th rated Trojans lead. Swing, and there's a pop-up. Play for the first baseman in foul territory, and she gets it for the out. So that's a nice 1-2-3 inning for Woodward Granger. That was their first one. We go to the 5th. It'll be the bottom 3 for the Hawks. They are 15-14. West Marshall's 22-10 and rated 14th, and West Marshall has the lead of 5-1. Aubrey goes back to work. The top of the 5th inning is coming up next for you on KDAO.
In Searing, McCallsburg, St. Anthony, Clemens, and the surrounding rural areas, Minerva Valley Companies is your local provider for internet service, local and long-distance telephone, and digital video, all available from one local provider. At Minerva Valley, they offer fiber to the home, high-speed internet, telephone service, and digital video TV. You pick the programming package, and Minerva Valley will give you great service. See why Minerva Valley should be your source for entertainment and internet. Log on to minervavalley.com. Minerva Valley Companies, providing voice, video, and data.
Welcome back to Central Iowa High School Softball Regional Semifinal Softball on KDAO. I'm Chuck Carpenter. It's a perfect night for high school softball here. I understand they have a lightning delay, though, east of Marshalltown at East Marshall. So that's kind of interesting. East Marshall's leading that game. So, it's not going to be washed out or anything, but they just have a 30-minute lightning delay in LeGrand. And East Marshall leads that game by a score of 5-0. Here, West Marshall has the lead of 5-1. And the winner of this game gets either third-rated Grandview Christian, West Marshall knows all about them, played them twice, lost to them twice, or Ogden, okay? And if Grandview Christian wins and West Marshall wins, it'll be at Hoover High School. That's where Grandview Christian plays games. That would be a better drive than last year at West Liberty. But you got to get there first, man. So, and Woodward Granger has some good hitters. So here's the bottom three. This is Mallory Polito. She's a good catcher. She's prevented several wild pitches tonight, and that one missed upstairs. West Marshall's out-hit this team. 5-2. West Marshall's made the only error of the night. It did not hurt them. This is Mallory Polito batting .262 with 5 doubles and a home run. She steps in with a 1-0. Here it is. There's a strike call. Aubrey has set down 4 in a row. She had a 1-2-3 inning in the fourth. And obviously, they would like to set the side down in order 1-2-3 and not deal with the dangerous leadoff batter, Achenbach, until the 6th inning, in theory. Swing and a pop fly foul will do it again. So again, it's Polito, Woodard, and Leuenberger. And then if anybody gets on base, Achenbach. And, of course, they would just as soon not face Achenbach until the 6th inning. Here comes the 1-2. It's on the way. Swinging a ground ball to the second baseman, up, over, and out. Easy play for Randall. The outfielders have made some kind of plays tonight for West Marshall. That's all I can say. Here's Riley Rand. I'm sorry. Here's number 18. So this is going to be a pinch hitter. Olivia Scarlett is batting .270. So Olivia Scarlett batting .270, and she's a junior. So here comes the 1-0 from Aubrey. Swing and a miss. So we got a courtesy pinch hitter. And then we should have Leuenberger in the on-deck circle. Aubrey would just as soon not see Achenbach, the leadoff hitter, until the 6th. Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a miss at a rise ball. Aubrey tonight has only allowed 2 hits, and she has struck out 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 1 error made by West Marshall, and the outfielders have been wonderful with their defense. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss on a rise ball. Yep, she's just a little overmatched coming off the bench against this junior pitcher. And now here's JoJo Leuenberger. So JoJo is an 8th grader batting .400, and JoJo grounded back to the pitcher her first time up in the 5th inning. Aubrey is set down 6 in a row. That one missed inside. Yeah, I couldn't believe it when Andy Jennings texted me that they were in a lightning delay. Then I looked at my radar, and it's like, yeah, there are some storms east of Marshalltown. Not here. 1-0 the count. 2 quick outs. Leuenberger, the dangerous leadoff batter, would bat next. That's a ball. West Marshall really not interested in pitching to Achenbach here with people on base. They just soon see her in the 6th inning as we're in the top of the 5th inning now. Leuenberger has a 2-0, and she pops it up. Randall at short wants it, gets it for the out. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7 in a row set down by Aubrey. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It'll be Ashton Blood, Kaylin Brown, Riley Randall, if anybody gets on base, Elena Frederick, as West Marshall trying to win their 8th in a row and get into the regional championship for the 3rd year in a row. We'll be back with the bottom of the 5th inning right after this. West Marshall leads 5-1. I'll be back on KDAO.
J&T Plumbing and Heating in Hubbard has served Hardin, Hamilton, and Story counties for over 40 years. With that kind of experience, J&T has the knowledge, technology, and equipment to fix any problem you have and fix it right the first time. Plus, they do it at an affordable price. J&T's professional staff's priority is outstanding service and taking care of their customers' home. That's why the next time you have a need for plumbing, heating, or drain and sewer services, one call does it all. J&T Plumbing and Heating in Hubbard. Online at jntplumbing.com. Is owned and operated by Wink Services.
You are listening to Central Iowa High School Regional Softball on KDAO, Regional Semifinal Softball. For the last 2 years, West Marshall's always played this game on a Saturday. Played Iowa Falls Alden here 2 years ago and won. Went to Sheridan last year and won. But this year in 2A, they play on Friday night. West Marshall scored 4 runs in the second inning, 1 in the third. Aubrey Greenwood with a 2-run home run in the second inning and an RBI single in the third inning. Rachel Randall has an RBI single. Ashton Blood has an RBI sacrifice fly. So this pitcher, Flesher, has been pretty good since she's came in. I understand she did give up a run in the third, but the second pitcher, Flesher, and she throws hard, and she's not afraid of people, and she set down 4 in a row, and she'll deal with Ashton Blood. Ashton hits a fly ball foul down the left field line. In the bottom of the 5th inning, West Marshall, 3, 4, and 5. Ashton Blood, Kaylin Brown, Riley Randall, if anybody gets on base, Elena Frederick. This pitcher, Fleshner, has set down 4 in a row. Next pitch, high. Ashton batting .361. She has struck out, and she has that RBI sacrifice fly. West Marshall has lost 1 base runner. They made 1 error. And she pounds that ball. Left fielder is right there for the out. Good play by the left fielder. Looked good when it left the bat, but it hung up there, and then the left fielder, JoJo, was on her horse and caught it. So I'll pop up to the left fielder. This pitcher, Fleshner, is pretty good. She throws strikes. Lets her defense do their job. Here's Kaylin Brown. Kaylin popped up to the pitcher, and she has a base hit. And the first pitch to her is a little pop fly foul backing out of play. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Turned into a pitcher's duel right now. West Marshall does have the lead of 5-1, but this pitcher, Flesher, has come in. Since she's come in, she has set down 5 in a row. Next pitch to Kaylin. That hit the inside corner. Riley Randall is in the on-deck circle, bottom of the 5th inning. Now Woodward Granger's down to their last 6 outs here, and they'll have the right people up there. They'll have the top of the order in the 6th inning, so Aubrey's got to go through the good hitters to get this win. And there is a check swing foul straight back. 5-1, West Marshall leads. Trying to be 23-10, trying to win 8 games in a row, trying to get into the regional championship game, either here or at Des Moines Hoover High School. That missed upstairs. Change, stayed upstairs. Brown, good power. 4 home runs, 38 runs batted in. Got a .412 batting average. Kaylin steps back in. Here comes the 1-2. Swinging a bullet into left field for a base hit. She hit a rope right by the shortstop. That breaks the string of 5 in a row. Brings up Riley Randall, who may be bunting. That's 6 base hits for West Marshall. Kaylin Brown is on base. Kaylin has good speed, but we'll see if Riley wants to do any bunting. Riley's a good bunter. She's going to swing away. That's a wild pitch. And so now we got 2nd and 1 out. Riley steps back in. Riley Randall has a base hit tonight, and she has a sacrifice bunt to the third baseman. Base hit most likely would score Kaylin Brown with her speed. So the wild pitch, that's the first one of the night here. Next pitch, high. 6 base hits, also West Marshall has been given 4 walks, but no errors. Hawks have played nice defense here tonight. Here comes the 2-0 to Riley. Swing and a miss. Brown with a 1-out single is on at second. This is Riley Randall, the catcher, the senior catcher. Elena Frederick would bat next. Swinging a pop fly foul, backing out of play. Or actually back into the fence. The catcher, Polito, who's a good catcher, flips it back to Fleshner. She has Brown on at second. Here's Riley Randall with a 2-2, and it's headed home. Swing and a miss, struck her out. She's not afraid to challenge people. That's 6 strikeouts for West Marshall. So it'll take another 2-out RBI base hit. Elena Frederick. She hits a fly ball. Center fielder camps under it, makes the play. So fly out to center field, and we go to the 6th. Woodward Granger down to their last 6 outs. But they've got the top of the order here, so they got the right people with the top of the order. And Aubrey goes back to work. West Marshall's out-hit this team 6-2. West Marshall has only made 1 error. Their outfield defense has been spectacular. And they have a tough leadoff batter, Achenbach. It's the top of the order. When we come back in the top of the 6th, and West Marshall has the lead in this regional semifinal ball game, 5-1. I'll be back after this on KDAO.
My family grew up with Central State Bank. From my first savings account to our first mortgage, growing a business, and planning for retirement. They've been with us through it all. And just like family, they call you by name. Discover what Central State Bank can do for you.
Welcome back, Central Iowa High School girls softball on KDAO. West Marshall trying to get in the regional finals for the third year in a row, and if they win tonight, and if Grandview Christian wins, then we'll play the game at Des Moines Hoover High School. Now, if Ogden happens to upset Grandview Christian, the game will be right back here. Now, want to remind you, West Marshall baseball tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, Grundy Center. That's going to be a great game, man. That's a district championship game, 7 o'clock. We're going to have the game on KDAO radio. You can see it on KDAO.com. And you West Marshall baseball fans, there's a parade tomorrow night in Grundy Center, and that parade starts at 4, and it goes right down 175. So if you want to get to Grundy Center really, really early for the game, you're going to have a problem because you're not going to be able to get down 175. You're going to have to turn to the swimming pool and work your way around from the north. But if you wait to get to Grundy Center by about 5:20 tomorrow night, that parade should be done, and 175 should be all ready to go and open. Pop fly foul off the bat of Achenbach. It's just from about 4 till about maybe 5:20 tomorrow. You can't get down 175, which, of course, is the main path to the baseball field. You have to go around another way or just wait till after 5:20. And then, even coming back and forth, there's going to be a lot of people in downtown Grundy Center, so just be careful. There's a swing and a miss. That's my advice of the day, whatever it's worth. Here's Achenbach, and they've done a good job on her. Well, she's fly to the center fielder. She also has a base hit. They'd love to get her on base and try to carve into this lead a little bit. They got the right people up here, and here comes the 0-2, and that just missed the outside corner. Jaden Achenbach, she's a fine senior center fielder, and Jaden has a base hit, and she's flied out to the center fielder. And the 1-2 is headed home, and that missed outside. Woodward Granger's managed only 2 base hits, and there's only been 1 error. Aubrey's not walked anybody. 1, 2, 3, 4. And she struck out 5. 1-2 is the count on the dangerous leadoff batter, Achenbach. Here comes the 1-2. It's headed home. Swing, and there's a ball past the second baseman for a base hit. She's a good hitter. So a single. Leadoff batter is on for only the first time tonight for this team. Achenbach with good speed. We'll see if she wants to test Randall. She hit the ball right by the second baseman for a base hit. That's base hit number 3. So Woodward Granger, not like I said, they got their good hitters up here. Here's Fleschner. Lucy batting .309. She's popped up, and she has an RBI double. So she can hit it. I mean, this whole team can hit it. It's just Aubrey's kind of kept them under control and her defense. That missed. Runner not going. A little surprised they don't try to test Riley, who's a good catcher. Because I don't think somebody like Flesher is going to bunt. I think she's going to just swing away. 1-0 is the count. And the 1-0, here it is. Swing and a pop-up. Who wants it? Shortstop, third baseman. Third baseman gets it on top of the pitching mound. Oh, I'm sorry, Rachel Randall got that. So Rachel, the shortstop, caught it right on the pitching mound. So the senior took charge. So here's Andrea Nardini batting .417 with 6 doubles and 6 triples and 25 RBIs. And again, runner is not going. I'm just kind of surprised they're not running her, but whatever. So Andrea's popped up to the first baseman. She's flied out to the right fielder. Of course, these West Marshall girls have made some stunning plays in the outfield, these young West Marshall outfielders. Okay, here comes the 1-0. Aubrey Greenwood throws it in there, and that's a strike call. Nardini, a good hitter. Now you got Lance in the on-deck circle. She's a good hitter. I mean, West Marshall's done a good job only allowing this team 3 hits. And they haven't walked anybody either. Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a miss on a rise ball. Aubrey's she's just kind of got command. What do you call that? She's got command, hitting her spots. I mean, whatever catchphrase a coach wants to use, Aubrey Greenwood's got it going on. Plus, she has a home run and 3 RBIs tonight. So, here comes the 1-2. She's got this batter set up. Here it is, and she pops it up. And there should be a play for somebody, and that's Rachel in foul territory. Rachel Randall just does everything at shortstop. Jillian Karsten would be very, very proud of Rachel Randall. She took charge and caught a ball on the pitching mound, and then she ran into foul territory and caught another pop-up off some good hitters. And here's Olivia Lance batting .333. You don't want to make a mistake on this girl, otherwise she'll put it over the fence. And she hits a bullet into center field. Man, she hit that ball hard. Woo! So Olivia Lance reaches out and pokes it into center field. And here is Kendall Hansen. A little two-out rally here by Woodward Granger. Man, she hit that ball hard. She hit a bullet up the middle. So you got Nardini at second. We have a courtesy runner? I think we are. So you got Nardini at second. And Mackenzie Smith is going to be the trailer at first base. So a little two-out rally. Like I said, you got to go through the good hitters, man. And here's Kendall Hansen batting .348. Another base hit, an extra base hit. A home run would make this very interesting. Hansen has home run power with 2, 6 doubles and 3 triples. So Aubrey and the Trojans, they have to bear down, man. And she hits a looper. That ball is going to be caught, though, by the center fielder. It looked good when it left the bat, but a pop-up to the center fielder. Another good play by the outfield, although that was kind of a routine play. But, you know, when things were at their worst, Aubrey was at her best. So 2 singles are wasted. And we go to the 6th inning. And for West Marshall, it'll be Elena Frederick, Aubrey Greenwood, and Olivia Randall. The winner of this plays on Monday night. West Marshall has the lead of 5-1. Good game. Perfect night for high school softball here on the west side of Marshalltown. On the east side, they have a lightning delay in LeGrand. So, bottom of the 6th, West Marshall has the lead 5-1. I'll be back after this.
Hi, this is Chris from Partner Communications. Did you know we now offer electrical services? Whether you're looking to change out a few lights within the home or wiring a whole new house, Partner can get it done. Master electrician Jeff Campbell will come to your home and provide you with a free estimate. Residential, agricultural, or commercial, let our courteous professional technicians complete your electrical projects. Call our office today, 641-498-7701.
Welcome back to Regional Softball on KDAO. West Marshall girls trying to get into the regional championship game for the 3rd year in a row, either here or at Des Moines Hoover, depending on what's going on with Grandview Christian and Ogden, and if West Marshall can hang on here. So West Marshall's out hit this team 6-4. There's only been 1 error made, so it's been a clean game that way. West Marshall made the error. And in the bottom of the 6th inning, here's West Marshall. And for West Marshall, it's Aubrey Greenwood, who has a 2-run home run and a single, and an RBI single, and she swings and misses. So Aubrey having a good night tonight. Her batting average is up to about .280 right now with a home run. She has 3 RBIs, so she has 19 on the year. And Aubrey, who's definitely helped herself, steps back in, and we have a 1-1. It's headed home. Missed inside. Bottom 3, Greenwood, Olivia Randall, Hattie McCullum. And if you're Woodward Granger, you want to keep the score right where it's at, not deal with the top of the order anymore, and give your team a chance in the 7th. Swing and a pop-up. Play for no one. West Marshall has only had a 1-2-3 inning one time. They have struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. They've been given 4 walks. Hawks, to their credit, have made no errors, and West Marshall's made the most of their 6 base hits. Swinging a line drive foul down the 3rd base line. Of the 6 base hits, Aubrey has 2 of them, a 2-run home run and an RBI single. West Marshall scored 4 runs in the 2nd and then a run in the 3rd. Good game. West Marshall trying to win their 8th in a row and play in the regional finals for the 3rd year in a row. Okay, 2-2 to the leadoff batter, Aubrey Greenwood, who has a home run, a single, and 3 runs batted in. That missed downstairs. 3-2 the count. Fleshner, this pitcher, she came in the 3rd, and she's done a pretty nice job. She throws hard. 3-2 the count. Next pitch to Aubrey. Swing and a fly ball. That ball is trouble. That ball is caught. Well, no, it goes over the head of the right fielder. Aubrey again gave it a ride. We're going to give Aubrey a double. Man. It went over the head of the right fielder, but Aubrey hit it so dang deep. So she's been on base 3 times tonight with a home run, a single, and a double. And the leadoff batter is on for the 4th time tonight. And who's running out there? Oh, Mia Baldazzo. So Mia will run. Aubrey is going to get some rest. Man, a double, a home run, and a single. Ball missed. Olivia Randall was showing bunt. Hattie McCullum in the on-deck circle. So a leadoff double by Greenwood, who's been on base 3 times tonight. Mia's out there at second. There's a nice bunt down the first base line foul. Baldazzo is running for Aubrey Greenwood, who hit a double to lead off this 6th inning. Got a perfect night for high school softball, and West Marshall leads 5-1, bottom of the 6th inning. Looking to pick up some more and trying to play in a regional championship game on Monday. Missed upstairs. So Olivia Randall showing bunt, but the pitches are missing. And it's 5-1. West Marshall puts the leadoff batter on here in the 6th inning on an Aubrey Greenwood double. Good bunt, and the first baseman came in for the play, couldn't make the play. Everybody's safe. First baseman came in. It was a little bunt pop-up, and the first baseman came in, and it went under her glove. And when that happened, there was just no way that you were going to throw anybody out. So you got first and third now. You got first and third, and oh, by the way, there's nobody out. And here's Hattie McCullum, the designated player, and the runner off first base is going. Of course, they'll just let her steal that. So you got second and third and nobody out. So a double, and then, it was a perfect bunt. It was a little pop bunt. The first baseman came in, tried to make the play, but it went under her glove, okay, and then Olivia easily was on base. Next pitch, that's a strike called outside corner. Base hit most likely would drive in 2. Got good speed on the bases. Here's Hattie McCullum batting .391. What's Hattie done tonight? Hattie has walked, and she struck out. And in the dirt, another good play by the catcher. There's been one wild pitch tonight by Woodward Granger. Bottom of the 6th inning. 1-2 the count. Hattie McCullum. Little pop fly foul. Down the third base line. McCullum steps out, the designated player, the freshman, batting .391. Now you got Randall and the top of the order coming up after McCullum. And for Woodward Granger, in the top of the 7th, it'll be 5, 6, and 7, Mateer, Polito, and Woodward. What will the score be? It's 5-1 right now. West Marshall leads. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a foul goes off the catcher's mask. This catcher's been good tonight, man. Mallory Polito flips it back to the pitcher. Fleshner goes back up on top. A double and a single. West Marshall doesn't want to strand these people. 1-2 the count on McCullum. Next pitch, Jet just missed outside. Hattie batting .390. You got the dangerous leadoff batter, Jenna Randall, in the on-deck circle as the big crowd looks on, and we do have a monster crowd here tonight. Next pitch, swinging a little pop-up, no play for anybody. We got people all around the outfield, man. We got people all around the infield, man. We got people all over the place. Great crowd. West Marshall leads 5-1. Looking to get some more. First 2 have reached here in the 6th inning on a double and a single. And 2-2 the count. Here it is to Hattie. Swing and a miss. Struck her out on a rise ball. So West Marshall actually has struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Here's the dangerous top of the order with Jenna Randall. Jenna has walked twice, and she has struck out. A base hit would chase 2 home. Woodward Granger would like to have a pop-up or a ground ball back to the pitcher. Missed upstairs, or maybe a ground ball to the third baseman. Randall wants to put the ball in play somewhere, preferably guiding it to the right side of the infield. So Jenna, second baseman, steps back in. 1-0 the count. Base hit most likely would score 2. Here's the pitch. Catcher dropped it. No one could advance. Leadoff double by Greenwood. Baldazzo is on at third. And then Olivia Randall with a little bunt single. Missed upstairs on Jenna Randall. 3-0 the count. West Marshall's been given 4 walks, none since the second, and we are in the 7th. Here comes the 3-0. Strike. 3-1. Again, Woodward Granger would like the pop-up or the strikeout or the ground ball back to the pitcher. Jenna wants to put the ball in play somewhere. She pops it foul, so now we have a 3-2 count on Jenna Randall. West Marshall scored 4 in the second. They scored 1 in the third. Woodward Granger got their run in the third. Jenna steps back in. The leadoff batter, here it is. Missed, ball 4. So she's walked 3 times. Now the bases are loaded. And here's Rachel Randall. Rachel has done her usual good job defensively and offensively tonight. She has bunted back to the pitcher, and she has an RBI single. And there's a wild pitch, and that may score the run, and it does. So a wild pitch and run scores. That makes it 6-1 right now, West Marshall. So the wild pitch, that moves the base runners up to second and third. And Rachel, with a 1-0, bunts it foul. So Rachel ran, a home run would win this thing. It would. Because you got the 8 after 5 thing. Swing and a miss. Well, she took a home run cut there. Rachel did. She sparkled on defense as she usually always does. And then, like I said, offensively, she has an RBI single. And she's grounded back to the pitcher, and she's also popped up. 1-2 the count. Fleshner striving for the strikeout. Here it is. Swing and a miss. So she's not afraid to challenge people. West Marshall striking out a little bit more than I'm used to, but I guess I got to give this pitcher credit.
Center fielder number 14, Ashton Blood.
So here's Ashton Blood. So they have a run, but they don't want to waste any these runners here. And then Ashton swings and misses on a rise ball. So Fleshner, I understand she's given up 2 runs, but she's not afraid to go after people. And she struck out 5 in the 3 innings that she's came in. Swing and a miss and another rise ball. On Ashton Blood, batting .361 again. Like I said, a home run would win it. Ashton has struck out tonight twice, and she's flied out to the center fielder, and now she's just struck out. Stage is set. West Marshall needs 3 outs to advance to the regional championship. West Marshall picks up a run. They lead 6-1. I'll be back after this.
You've got goals. You need a plan. Don't waste time or money. At Marshalltown Community College, you get the power to choose. Transfer to a 4-year university or step straight into a career in healthcare or trades. Small classes, caring faculty, real-world experience. Marshalltown Community College. Your future starts now.
In Zeering, McCallsburg, St. Anthony, Clemens, and the surrounding rural areas, Minerva Valley Companies is your local provider for internet service, local and long-distance telephone, and digital video, all available from one local provider. At Minerva Valley, they offer fiber to the home, high-speed internet, telephone service, and digital video TV. You pick the programming package, and Minerva Valley will give you great service. See why Minerva Valley should be your source for entertainment and internet. Log on to minervavalley.com. Minerva Valley Companies, providing voice, video, and data.
Welcome back to regional softball. Let's go to the 7th. West Marshall's 3 outs away from playing in the second most exciting game a team will ever play in. That's the game that gets them to the state tournament. They were there last year and lost to West Liberty. 2 years ago, they lost to Sumner Fredericksburg. Got to get there first. It's either going to be Grandview Christian at Des Moines Hoover High School or Ogden here if they win. So here we go. Top of the 7th. Woodward Granger's down to their last 3 outs. And the first delivery missed upstairs. It's going to be Peyton Mateer, so it's It's 6, 7, and 8, Matier, Polito, and Woodward. Aubrey has scattered 4 hits. She's only struck out 6. Her defense behind her has been very good. And there's a pop fly foul backing out of play. They got their run in the 3rd inning. They've had a few well, they had a leadoff single in the 6th and couldn't do anything with it. And Matier batting .388. It's a good hitting lineup too, man. 6-1. Next pitch. Here it is, outside. Let's see here. Peyton tonight has struck out twice. So Aubrey has struck out 6. Usually she's good for 9 or 10. And the outfield defense has been wonderful behind her. Rachel Randall has been her usual solid self at shortstop, Only 1 error in the game. Swinging, there's a line drive. That's going to fall. That's going to fall for a base hit. She's going to try to take 2. They're going to go down to second base. She's safe. And the West Marshall girls throw it around a little bit. So Matier, they're not done yet. So she whacks a leadoff double down the line. And West Marshall throws it around a little bit. But, she still would have got that double anyway. So they're not done. So the leadoff batter is on for the second time tonight. And these are good hitters. Here's Polito batting .262. Now they wasted. That last inning was tough for Woodward Granger. Man, they had a leadoff single. And they had a leadoff single, and they could not do anything with it. So that was tough. Now they have a leadoff double here. And we got Polito batting .262. And she's popped up to the first baseman. She's grounded to the pitcher. Now, in essence, that runner at second base really means nothing, other than it gives Woodward Granger a little boost here. And now you got Mallory Polito. And she hits a ground ball to the third baseman. Actually, they're going to call it a foul ball. So Mallory Polito, who's been a good catcher tonight, she's popped up to the pitcher. And she's grounded out to the pitcher. So you got a leadoff double here by Matier, but that really means nothing out there. 0-1 is the count. Next pitch, high. Aubrey has scattered 5 hits, and she struck out 6. West Marshall with a 6-1 lead. Scored 4 in the second, 1 in the third. Just picked up a run in the 6th. 1-1 the count. And here comes the 1-1 to the catcher. She hits a fly ball, and the center fielder makes the play. Left fielder Sorson, the center fielder Blood, the right fielder Frederick. Last year I'm thinking, how in the world can you place Amelia Ranson in center field? Well, there you go. So a fly out to the center fielder. Here's Riley Woodward. And here's the first pitch. It's a strike call. Riley tonight is 0 for 1, and then she was pinch hit for one time. So Woodard with an 0-1, swinging a foul ball. West Marshall trying to win their 8th in a row and play either at home on Monday or at Des Moines Hoover on Monday. Woodward Granger, they wasted a leadoff single in the 6th inning. They don't really want to waste a leadoff double here in the 7th inning. They're down to their last 2 outs. West Marshall with a 6-1 lead. They knocked off Belmont Clemmy 6-4 the other night. 6-1 here. 0-2 the count on Woodard. Aubrey, who has struck out 6. They set up for outside, and she swings and misses outside. So that's a 6th strikeout, and it's up to the 9th place hitter, JoJo Leuenberger. Now for West Marshall has no interest. They have no interest in pitching to the leadoff batter, Achenbach. So they want to end this thing right here. They do not want to face Achenbach on the top of the order. She's 2 for 2, her last 2 hits. They don't want to face her, man. They would rather leave her in the on-deck circle. So JoJo is going to try to get on base here ahead of the dangerous leadoff batter, Achenbach. Now that's ball 2. Aubrey hasn't walked anybody. So we had a leadoff double. She's out there at second base right now. I can't tell you how big of a bat this is, because if Leuenberger can get on base, that brings Achenbach in, and now you got a different ball game. There's a strike called outside corner. Once again, West Marshall, they do not want to face Jaden, the dangerous leadoff batter, in the on-deck circle. And JoJo is a good hitter. Leuenberger batting .400, 2-1 is the count. 2-1. Here's the next pitch. That missed outside. Now, Aubrey hasn't walked anybody. She scattered 5 hits. And again, the dangerous Achenbach, the leadoff batter, lurks in the on-deck circle. They really want to get her up to the plate with people on base. Here comes the 3-1. Swinging a ground ball to the second baseman, though. Out! That's a winner. That's a West Marshall winner. They did what they wanted to do. They got rid of Leuenberger. Didn't have to face Achenbach, and the season comes to an end for Woodward Granger. And for the third year in a row, the West Marshall girls are going to play in the second most exciting game a team will ever play in, and that's the game that gets them to the state tournament. So what's going to happen here next? By the way, the final score was 6-1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have out-hit this team 8-4, 8-5. Defense has been very, very good. Only one error tonight. West Marshall scored 4 runs in the second, 2 on Aubrey Greenwood's 2-run home run. Rachel Randall had an RBI single. And then we had an RBI sacrifice fly by Ashton Blood. They picked up a run in the third inning. Aubrey Greenwood with an RBI single, then a wild pitch brought a runner home in the sixth. So here's the deal. West Marshall now is 23-10. Oh, by the way, I hope that Rock Son Chad at Fort Collins enjoyed the game. Anyway, what's my point? West Marshall's now 23-10. They've won 8 in a row. So now, for the third year in a row, they're going to play in the second most exciting game a team ever plays in. That's the game that gets them to state. So, if it's Grandview Christian rated third, like a lot of people think it's going to be, and of course West Marshall knows those people. They've lost to them this year. It'll be at Des Moines Hoover High School on Monday. Now, just in case Ogden happens to beat Grandview Christian, the game would be here. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. So, good game here. Good job, West Marshall. Woodward Granger, they're an awful good team. West Marshall, though, and their outfield defense was terrific tonight, too. And Aubrey was her usual good self and pitching a 5-hitter tonight, and she also helped herself with a home run and 3 runs batted in. Great game. East Marshall had a lightning delay, but we got off lucky. And now we play either at Des Moines Hoover High School or here in State Center. West Marshall gets the win. They move along. Second most exciting game a team ever plays in on Monday night. I'll be there tomorrow night. High school baseball, Grundy Center, and West Marshall on KDAO Radio and KDAO.com. Hope you enjoyed the game. Good job, West Marshall. It's been a sports presentation of KDAO.
Tonight's game was made possible by Central State Bank, Partner Communications, Marshalltown Community College, Minerva Valley Companies, J&T Plumbing and Heating. This has been a special sports presentation of KDAO.